Hey YouTube, we're back again today. And today we're having a little issue with warm motors with these RS2205S series here. If I can get some focus. There we go. So I hooked everything up and I had it on my bench upstairs, and I was configuring the ESCs and whatnot, and I just went to the motor tab and spun up the motors to probably about 50% throttle, and after I did that they were warm, and I didn't let them run for very long, but they were warm, and it was kind of odd to me. So I started doing some more research and whatnot, and people were having issues. Well, screws are touching and blah 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 this, and try different versions of BL Heli S, and different things going on in the flight controller and all your PIDs and all that. Well, I was just using the motor tab, so the motor tab should eliminate the PIDs. So they should just run right from the ESC to the motor without any PIDs. So there's not going to be any oscillations taking effect in there or anything like that. So I was going to change and go from D-Shot 600 to multi-shot to try and see if that worked out, or is it one shot? The lower version of whatever came before D-Shot. Anyway, so as I was doing that, I got curious, and I wanted to make sure that my motors weren't, the motor screws weren't affecting how they were, if they were touching the windings or not. So what I did is I took my tester here and put it on continuity and turn my beeper on. So now I have my leads, and if you touch them, they beep. Alright. So then I have this out of a screwdriver set, and it's really sharp, kind of like a needle. Okay. So if I hold this on here, I get continuity. So what you can do with the needle here, instead of taking everything apart, you can just literally poke it into the wire in the frame. So there's no continuity here. But if I touch it against the frame, I get continuity. Okay. And that goes with all these other ones here. Same there. And the same over here. Okay. Except for when I got to this motor. So I was like, maybe did I put a screw in there that was a little too long? And here's the screws. All four of them are the same length, and they're the same screws used in all the other motors. In fact, I could measure them. So we have a 4mm, 4.3. Was that calibrated? No. Close enough. So they have a 4.2mm thick arm, and the base of these is going to be I can get in here. Approximately 3mm thick. So 4 and 3, 7. And the screws are 7. Or thereabouts. So that's fine. Yeah, and there's plenty of room between the windings. There's like almost a millimeter there in the bottom of the frame. So I started loosening screws up, and lo and behold, you take all 4 of them out, and there was still continuity. So if I take and just put this in here a little bit and touch any of the leads, there's continuity. So there's a short someplace in the windings to the frame. It's kind of hard to get through this, the anodizing. It's kind of why but I don't go all the way in, I don't stick it all the way through. I just go in and catch a couple of the threads, and then there's continuity. And there should not be any there. So the motor, the winding someplace in here is shorting out, and I don't know if it's possibly from when they were pressing the stator onto here or what. I haven't taken the motor apart at all to look at it. So I'm going to get a hold of the seller of this motor and see if they want to send me a new motor or give me a refund. Yeah. Anyway, that's that. Thanks for watching. I just wanted to show that this needle thing works here. So I have just a normal wire. Okay. It's not attached to anything. Turn on my ohm meter again. Hit this. Continuity. So now, if I just hold this on here, obviously you're not going to get any continuity, right? But if I take my little needle here and hold it against there and poke it through the wire, you get continuity. So just so you can see that actually works.